Okay, I've got news for you, and I know right now in the UK there's a lot of upheaval, a lot of issues with veterans, Soldier F, now Soldier B, and there's 29 other veterans who are going to be prosecuted in the coming weeks and months. Now, there's a reason for this. I've just been on the phone with a very, very senior officer who's now retired from the Ministry of Defence, and he has been witnessed, and he has witnessed, should I say, things happening in the government, and he has explained to me what I need to let you know. The reason why veterans are being prosecuted, our homeless are staying homeless, the suicide's going through the roof, and nothing is being done by this, is because there's been a pact signed. Conservative Party, the Labour Party and the Liberal Democrats have signed a defence pact in the House of Commons, and they are not to talk about defence issues. They're not to blame each other on defence issues, and there has been a D notice put on defence issues, especially with the veterans community. The whole idea behind this is to try and degrade and destroy Her Majesty's Forces brand, the brand itself, to such a degree where we, the public, have an outcry and we end up joining the EU Military Defence Union. The ERG, which we all think is pro-veterans and pro-communities, have also been under strict orders that they must mirror all Theresa May's policies. So it doesn't matter what you see in the news, what you see in the papers, or what ministers tell you. This is all false. Everything they say is a false flag. It's what happens when they go into the Commons and how they vote. When they vote in private. You will not be able to solve veteran suicide. You'll not be able to get anything done whatsoever to improve our situation unless we expose this. Now, I know that over the next couple of days there will be film footage coming out where a United Nations intelligence has been caught on camera stating that we are not leaving the military union. In fact, the British Army and the British intelligence have signed up to work with the EU military union for the next 5 to 10 years. That's happened behind closed doors. So this will be exposed very soon. I know that whenever I go on social media and I do things, it gets shared a couple of hundred times. So I know that each of you will share this and you'll let your friends know. But we all say that Jeremy Corbyn's scum. He supports the IRA. However, he was willing to sign a defence pact with the Conservative Party and the Liberal Democrats, well, 3 parties, to completely veto all defence subjects in the House of Commons. And that goes with their own Prime Minister. That is shocking. It doesn't matter what any minister says now, because we know they've signed a defence pact and put a D notice on anything to do with veterans community. So we're not going to improve things. We need to let this out, and it will come out next couple of days. I've just been asked to go on to a radio show, which will be over the next couple of days, and expose this, and I will. It's shocking what's happening, and that's the reason why we won't improve things, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope we can. Let's hope we get amongst this, and let's hope we can solve this. There's one thing that the House of Commons is shit scared of. It's the veterans community. They are scared of the veterans community, hence why they're blocking everything to do with us. You may see the odd little thing in the paper. They are called rogue journalists who'll just write whatever they want for a story. But if it goes through the House of Commons and Parliament, they will veto anything to do with the veterans community or anything which is going to help us. So we'll get it out, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of us working hard. Now, you're all saying Johnny Mercer, Tobias Ellwood supports veterans. Whenever I spoke up about veterans issues, Johnny Mercer blocked me on Twitter, on social media. Whenever I spoke up to the Defence Minister and asked for help, Tobias Ellwood blocked me on Twitter. They're all part of this pact. They're all part of it. They'll do the little bit they can to keep the public and the veterans community backing them. But deep down, they don't give a damn. It's all about the bigger picture, which is keeping us within the European Union. Sorry. So let's try and get this sorted. Veterans community needs to come together. If not, we are lost and we will be controlled by Germany and France. And that's the truth of it. It's very rare that I speak up about this individual thing, but I've got no interest in Brexit. Don't give a damn. I have got interest in veterans. But if veterans are being squashed in order to see a bigger picture, and they're willing to sacrifice their lives and sacrifice lots of veterans going to jail, if you want to stop this, then the only way they will stop it is if we decide to come together and vote to stay in the EU. So we need to get the Mail, the Sun, every type of journalist there is, and expose this defence pact signed by 3 political parties. I'll let you go now. I've got lots of things to be getting on with and taking notes, but take care. Thank you for listening.